Hello everybody, it's Patty here with Patty Stitches. Today is December 15th, 2025, and this is episode 332. And on today's show, I have 3 partial finished objects and some whips. So sit back and relax. Grab your beverage of choice. I'm doing hot tea today, so yeah. Ooh, your craft of choice, and let's chat. So how was everybody's week? Mine was very interesting. First full week for the hubs to be home every day. It was great. We had a great time. On Friday morning, we woke up to a snowstorm. And we were blanketed with 10 inches of snow on Friday. So during the beginning of the week, it was cold. It was in the negative 10, 15 below. It warmed up to the barely above 0. It snowed 10 inches. And then Friday night, it dropped again. So we are now still in this dropped area. Knitting, we decided to do it on Facebook's FaceTiming program. So there was a few of us that were able to jump on, and we talked and knitted for about an hour and a half. Saturday night, we celebrated my husband's retirement. So we took out the 2 children that still live here and their families and his mom and stepdad. And it was a very nice, even though it was cold. We had a really good Mexican dinner. We started our vehicles and we went home. And yeah, the littlest one was very nervous. So he sat on my lap for a good half an hour before he adjusted and was fine, and he was having a really great time. But as we were leaving, I reached over and touched him, and he was burning up with a fever. It's like, oh no, his little cheeks were so hot and his forehead was warm. So it wasn't like a dangerous temp or anything. It wasn't too bad. But yeah, I'm really hoping I don't come down with anything, because I'm supposed to be having a Christmas party here on Friday for the knitting group. So hopefully, fingers crossed, knock on wood, that nothing will happen and we will be all right. Yeah, so we did not have the littles yesterday because of the temperature. He was feeling better. I'm going to text his mom in a little bit to see how he's doing today, if he went to school or if he stayed home. They still have a week and a half, I think, of school. I think maybe it might be even 2 weeks. No, let me backtrack that. No, they start their winter vacation on the 22nd. So yeah, so this is their last week of school before the Christmas break. So yeah. This morning, the hubs decided he wanted to go out, so we went out at 27 below. You know, living here, you just get used to it. You just deal with it, and you go on with your merry way, or you get cabin fever. Oh, and I also did get my hair cut on Tuesday during this little cold snap. But, you know, like I said, you just got to do what you got to do. And sometimes it's nice to have these little cold snaps, because some people don't leave their house. So it makes traveling much easier. In fact, we went to a kitchen store today, and we were the first customers there. And that was at 10. So yeah, wasn't too many people. And then 2 other couples came in after us. So there wasn't a lot of people in the kitchen store. So it was fun. Yeah, I think that's all I have to blather with you this week. So shall we get on with the stitching? I think so. I'm going to go ahead and show you my partially fully finished objects. I did go ahead and stretch Sleeping Bee on a frame. I haven't glued it in yet because I went looking around for my felt and I couldn't find my felt. So maybe later this week. It's supposed to warm up a little bit. I'll wait until it warms up a little bit. Then I'll go back to Michael's and get a couple of sheets of felt to put on the back. So I haven't cut it down or anything, so I will be cutting it down. I cut it and I glue it down, and then I felt and then glue the felt onto it so it stays. I do have some black, but I don't think black would be a very good backing for this. Then I took the other two little ones and I did glue the backs. So I have the spider, and I have the cat, the pumpkin, the rat, and the hat. So these two are done. I just have to, like I said, get some white. I could put the black on these. That might be fun. But I just don't want it to be so dark that it takes away from the front. So I may not. I'll just wait for the white. But yeah, step closer. Exciting. So those were the partial FFOs. So this week, this last week, and probably until February, I've changed up my routine a little bit. I went ahead and worked on a couple of these projects 2 days in a row, and then some of them I only worked on 1 day in a row. So the Christmas or Santa's houses. So yeah, Santa's Village, sorry, by Country Cottage Needlework. I am working on Santa's house. I worked on this for 2 days. I had quite a bit of it done and then realized that, I had put it in the wrong place. So I had to restart it. Let's see. I am stitching this on 32 count platinum by Picture This Plus. And I did sub out one of the greens because I didn't want to go to Michael's to get, what was that, 464 or something like that, I think. So I had this all done before, and then I realized I had done it wrong. So I have also decided that all of the snowflakes are going to be in Etoile Blanc. So it gives them a little bit of sparkle. That is where I'm at on this one. I'm really happy. It was so much fun to work on. And yeah. And the color that I changed it to was a 20 yard. Let's see here. A 20 yards of, color was 469 I was missing. So it's Victorian Motto Shop. And I just substituted that. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll have enough to do it, because that is one of the colors that is in every single one of these as the main, as the green and the border on the bottom of each of the things. So plus it's here and in the tree. But that's where this is at. So much fun. I really did enjoy that and didn't want to stop, but I figured, nope, I have to stop so I can get other things done. I worked 2 days on Plum Pudding by Glendon Place, and this I am stitching on a 28 count Sprite Cashel by Picture This Plus. And I got a good bit of this done on those 2 days. So all of that is new. I loved it. I love using dinky dyes. I love silk. It's so beautiful to stitch with. But that is so much fun. I really like how this is turning out. It's so great. So great. Yay. Okay. And then I pulled out my Whip Go, which is a Quaker Halloween sampler by Cherished Stitches, being stitched on 36 count light mocha Edinburgh by Swigert. And this one I didn't get a whole lot accomplished on, because I just wasn't feeling Halloween stitching. Yeah, that is one bad thing. Let's see. Oh, it's up here. Okay, so I finished this little bit and then put the 2 hats in. So, and I only wanted to work on this for one day, so I have one more day scheduled for it for this month, and then my Whip Go board will be done with this. So hopefully I can get the 2 hats done plus the center, that motif. So yeah, just wasn't feeling the Halloween stitching, which is really strange for me. I'm really wanting to stitch on the Christmas stuff. Very strange for me. Okay, and then on Saturday, I pulled out Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow, since it was dark 13 stitching. And this is by Carriage House Samplings. Stitching this one on 40 count Heritage by Picture This Plus. And I am working on the Sleepy Hollow block. And this one too kind of burnt me out a little bit, so I didn't quite finish the tree. Still have just a little bit more to go down here, and then a branch, and then that first tree is done. But that's where I left off. Oops. Everything's falling off my lap here. So, yay for that. And the last thing I worked on is Winter Montage. That I had a great day stitching on yesterday. Since the littles didn't come over, I had plenty of stitching time. And this is by Janlin, and it is a kit, so I'm using all the kit, which is a 14 count Ada and the kit floss. So I am working in this section right here. And I finished it, including the back stitching for that section. So let me get this out of the frame here. So I do need to go up and work some more on the back stitching up here, but I didn't back stitch. Every single one of these blocks were supposed to be back stitched, but I figured the blocks above it aren't back stitched, so why should I back stitch those? So I didn't, but I back stitched everything in here except for, of course, this, because it's going to be in this final block down here. So, and that will be the end of the page down here. So super excited. So I'm almost halfway done with this. Oh, yes. It is scheduled to be stitched on today. Before, I was doing that 2 times a week. So I'm definitely going to put this back out on my lap, or my floor stand, and work on it today, because I kind of didn't want to stop last night. So I was very happy with how much progress I got on this. I was very happy, especially with all that back stitch. That's a lot of back stitch, lots and lots and lots. So that, my friends, is all I have for you this week. Sorry about not doing the Whip Go board like I promised. I may go ahead and grab it and do it and post it later. Don't know. Or I might just wait until Wednesday and do it Wednesday after I get back from the gym. Hopefully it's warm enough. When I first woke up this morning, Alexa said it was 35 below. I'm not gonna go. No, not to the gym. Not to leave with wet hair. No thanks. So, looking around, I really don't have anything else to talk to you guys about. I hope that you are all staying safe, healthy, and happy. If you celebrate Hanukkah, happy Hanukkah. And I hope your Christmas season is as bright and shiny as you wish. So I hope that whatever you craft it to your heart's content. And I will see you next week. Bye, guys.